kind of dark, but we're finally getting some rain. Let's see. We're finally getting some rain. Hear it? I'm not going to walk out there because it's wet. Let me put on some slippers. That rain's getting on me. You can't see nothing. It's too dark out here, man. It rained yesterday too. Yeah, it's really bad too, but it's good for the environment. It's cold, so I know it's terrible up north. Up north here. Yeah, I'm not gonna walk out there. That water's gonna get on my legs. It's horrible. I guess I have to go on the treadmill in the gym. Yeah, I'm looking at
property tax $91. That's pretty low.
About land in Florida.
Closing document fee of $250. There's a picture of Andy. Really nice guy. Get him on the phone. He's really easy to talk to.
It's chilly out there. It's like in the 50s.
Keeps doing land deals.
Low 50s.
So there you go.
Oh boy.
$2,000 for a quarter acre in Florida. Please take a look at it on the website. There's a link down below. And
If I could buy some land near some power lines,
Luke Smith, RuralVacantLand.com. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
I'll be straight.
Subscribe. I'll keep showing more videos like this about other vacant properties around the country.
I might do that.
Bunches of them, hundreds of them, really. Right now, posted on RuralVacantLand.com. Cheapest, easiest in the area.
Let me see his website. He knows where all that cheap shit is at.
Thank you. Talk to you guys later.
Says page not found. Looking at a whole bunch of counties down there. I'm looking for Sarasota County. Let's see. That's California, man. There goes Sarasota. This got properties all over the country. Click on here. That's where I really want to go. Page not found. Search. Let me see listings for sale. Click on that. There you go. That took me straight to New York. They don't even really want that much money for this property. And the taxes, it's cheap. You see, a lot of people be buying properties and they be talking about, yeah, my family got land, yada, 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 all this land. But the land don't be near no utilities. The shit don't be near no water. They don't have no municipal amenities, no utilities, access to utilities like water, electric, which is basically what you want. You want to move someplace where there's power lines. You want to move someplace where they got water and sewage. You know, you have to pay for that, of course. But, hey, a lot of these people with these big homes and big houses out in the rural areas, they be like, it's about 5:18 in the morning here. That's why it's dark. They be like, my family got all these acres and acres and acres and acres. But a lot of that shit like that, you can't even cut the trees down. You can't park a RV on there. You can't put no kind of structures up. You know, it's restrictions. So you just buy the land and you could camp there. These kinds of places, you could camp on the place, Like, so this is my land. You may want, I don't know. This is for recreation, actually. May want to go to some place like that and really shoot your guns, shoot your bows and arrows, crossbows, go fishing, go hiking, and do the, and if it's on your land, or you could go nearby. There's a lot of land that's like, people don't really understand. See, land is not just land. You know, the way these people that rule this planet, man. This is the Creator's dirt. It's for everybody. The grass, the trees, all that's for everybody. They're looking for a way to make money off of it, which is really sad. Surprised they ain't charging us for air. To be honest with you. And it's really sad. We charge you for water. Somebody has to pay for the water that you're drinking, whether it's included in the rent. Like here where I'm at, I got to pay for garbage removal, the maintenance, and and water. I got to pay, electrical. Utilities is different. That's just electrical. Everything here is electrical. There's no gas like in New York. They got gas. See, if you live in your own property, there's a lot of other extra shit you have to do. You might have to burn the fireplace if it gets cold. You might have to have some kind of a wood stove in your house, a pellet stove, whatever. So if your place gets cold or cool, and you throw some wood in there, so you mean you got to go get some wood, throw in there, or buy these pellets, they call them. They got them here too. Or you might have to dig a well, unless you're going to be running to get water. Then there's ways to trap water, like now, like in a place like this. You got people, they use solar because it's so sunny. You could use solar energy, It's really coming down now. I could hear it. I kind of missed that sound. Look, it's really coming down now. All the way up to the door, the water's coming. So it's like a deck down here, this floor. You see the water trickling off the roof? They got like a little overhang here, it's a roof. You can't really see shit. There goes my car right there, the silver car, to the left of that white car. Then next to my car, there's an empty spot. But there's a dude that comes here for his son downstairs. And I hate when people go in that spot and they don't live here. Because they can open up the door, smash my car up, ding my car up, and just keep on going. You can't see nothing here, man. It's cold. Cold as hell. I said to myself, I would never move to the desert. See, rain, I don't mind. Rain, it cools everything off. I usually keep my door open like this every morning. I keep my door like this every morning. Sometimes I put a towel up there just to let the fresh air come through. Yeah, I'm gonna get something to hold this phone. Yeah, but I've been looking at properties for a long time, and I gotta read my lease up in the next few months, probably the end of next month, because you gotta give them 60 days warning, notice or whatever if you're gonna move. I don't know if I want to move, and I ain't ready to make a last like I did last year. I had to make a last-ditch effort to get the hell away from Big Gay Al and that apartment up the way. So it'll be a year, February 28th. It'll be a year that I live in this place. So which is pushing towards the end of November. It's November 20th, so you got 10 days, and then you got December, January, and February. That's 90 days. So I guess, so what is it, 10? I got like 100 days. 100 days before, if I'm going to re-up my lease. But in 40 days, probably, they're going to give me a notice. Probably at the end of the year or the beginning of next year. End of this year. Like around New Year's time, I should get a notice if I'm going to stay or not. Because if they're going to try to raise the rent's not bad here. This is like the cheapest place in this area. But it's a nice place for the price. You know. I had some complaints at first, but since I come from a building in the Bronx that I owned and whatever for 20 fucking years, I was used to, like, you know, jumping up and fixing shit and tenants complaining and all that. I don't have a problem with that. So whatever I move to any apartment, and it's going to be like that, or any house or whatever, I'm going to fix everything around. I ain't waiting for nobody, and I ain't spending a bunch of money. Okay? I'm going to fix it. Plumb like here. I told those people if they didn't fix that faucet in the back, that there's a form. I looked up all the legal stuff. I fill out a form for self-repair and take it off the rent, a legal document. And I handed it into the management, to the assistant manager. She took it to the manager, which was right in the back office, and she came out there and says, oh, we got a bunch of air conditions that we working on, and we'll get around to it, and whatever. I was like, no, I told you about that a long time ago. I told you about that sink a long time ago. And that's what they did. They sent the guy out there like that same day. That guy came and looked. And then he came the next morning. And just before noon the next morning, he fixed it. See? The squeaky wheel gets the grease. That's an old saying. So in other words, if you don't make no noise, nobody's going to notice you. That's how I look at it. So sometimes it's good to speak up. And don't always be, you know, all scary and shit and think that something bad's going to happen. No, if you're paying for something, you want to get your money's worth. You don't want to pay for 10 gallons of gas and they give you 7 and you don't say shit. See what I mean? You know, you get paid $1,000 a week and you look on your check and it says 800. You're going to say something. You're going to say, why am I getting 800 when I signed on for 1,000? I've been getting 1,000. Now all of a sudden you're short me a day. You speak up for that. You're coming up short. That's how it goes. So I've been trying to figure out a way since I've been dealing with my own private property for the past 20 years. And now I've been living in this place for, like I said, about 9 months, or you could say. 8.5 months. You know, I could just be lazy and just say, fuck it, I'll stay for another year. And when it gets hot out here, it's unbearably hot. And then your air conditioning's got to run for 3 months. And your bill literally doubles. It could triple if you don't be careful. It's like now, it's cold in this apartment. I got the door open for a minute. It's cold. So it's like, there's going to be no more warm days. I'm good with the weather. I've been on this planet long enough. There's going to be no more warm days for months. The next time it gets like warm, it's going to be like It's gonna be like, 'cause I spent 2 summers here, and I came in the middle of August of 2018 when I first got here. So I already know it's cold. I'm gonna close this door. That's enough. You just gotta know how to regulate the environment in here. It's like I got this. You can't even see, man. It's that dark. Got this curtain. Like I got the window open about maybe 10 inches, like big enough so nobody could climb through. So if they try to pull it, there's a clamp there. You know, like on the sliding window, there's a clamp. So I got it big enough so nobody really could climb through. Not saying somebody will, but just in case. And those are my jars. Glass. I like to drink out of glass. I don't like drinking out of plastic. One's my iced coffee jar, and this one's my cold water. Basically, that's what I live off of as far as fluids. That's the truth. Coffee and water, and then sometimes I just go stop the caffeine because caffeine's not good for you all the time. Drinking coffee every day is really no good. I go through my coffee stuff for a change of pace, and plus it wakes me up. So I go through my coffee binges here and there. And I don't drink instant coffee. I drink caffeinated coffee. I make it in that machine right there. This place ain't bad. I gotta figure out how to get my own land down there. It depends on where you move to get the land you buy. Cause I know if y'all move by electrical, they gotta turn the meter on. If I just buy some land, and then said if I get some kind of like build a small house on there, I could do something like that. But I don't want to stick my neck out too far until I start getting my retirement check. You know, because thank God, you know, I'm not disabled and I'm able and I'm strong. You know, I still have good vital strength and vital grip. Once you start losing your grip, you're done. And once your muscles atrophy, you're finished. Because you're going to atrophy sooner or later, but you want to hold it off. When people say, what's atrophy? Atrophy is when your body starts breaking down. It's like when a child is growing up. It's like when a child is growing up, you know, they building. Their body is like building. And their body's building like building blocks. Like how you stack blocks, you know, and the cells is like reproducing real fast. They're growing and they're getting bigger and they're producing more and more and they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then it stops. That's when you're full grown. You know, it stops getting bigger. That's when you stop growing. Okay? But every time you sleep, you know, that's what sleep is about, to rejuvenate the cells. That's what good food is for. So don't believe that calorie is a calorie bullshit. That's a bunch of bullshit. You can get calories off of a pint of ice cream, half a gallon of ice cream, or you could get calories off of a nice meal. You know, a full, high nutrition, dense nutrition meal with everything you need in it. Say if you ate something like beef stew with carrots, potatoes, meat. See, you got the broth in there, whatever else you put in there, onions, peppers, all that. You understand? So you got protein and vitamins and minerals and everything you need in that thing. You know, eat a pint of that. You see? Or eat a quart of that compared to a quart of ice cream. There's a difference in calories. There's a big difference in calories. If the calories are the same, you know, say you had a day, say 2,000 calories of beef stew or 2,000 calories of ice cream. Let's put it that way. The beef stew is superior to that bullshit. Junk food is bullshit. That just makes you like lazy. It makes you tired because it ain't doing nothing for you. It ain't like rejuvenating you any kind of way. You throw some sugar in there, you get a sugar rush probably. An insulin rush, sugar rush. That's no good. You get an insulin spike and maybe a little sugar rush. You see? That's no good. That's going to keep you and make you fat and keep you fat. That's why if you cut back, you don't have to cut back on food. You know, but to lose weight, you're going to have to eat less than what you've been eating. Let's say you're eating 5 pounds of food a day, which is a fucking lot. Let's say if you're eating 5 pounds, let's say if you're eating 3 pounds of food a day. If you want, and you weigh, you're gonna be a big motherfucker if you're eating that much. Let's just say you weigh 200 pounds, and you're eating a pound of food a day. If you want to lose weight, you can't keep eating a pound of food a day. That ain't gonna work. You can't keep eating a pound of food a day if you want to lose weight. You gotta cut back on that. A pound is what, 16 ounces, right? You can't do that. Eat the same thing. Let's just say, for example, you're eating a pound of beef stew a day. Okay? Eat a pound of beef stew a day. And you weigh 200 pounds. And despite the fact that you lift weights and you walk, say, 5 miles a day, every day. For you to lose any kind of weight, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna cut back on some of that shit. You gotta eat 3/4 of a pound of beef stew and not a pound. And if you stick to that, you're gonna lose weight. You're gonna lose. Or say if you eat a half a pound and you stick to the 5 miles in your weightlifting regimen, right? Let's say you work a job or whatever. Okay? So you got a sit down job. So therefore you ain't expending too much energy. Except for when you do your walking or running or your let's say cardio. So you do your cardio. Then it depends what kind of cardio you're doing too. If you're doing stressful cardio, you ain't gonna lose any weight because you're gonna produce a lot of cortisol, which is gonna give you an insulin spike. You're not losing any weight. That's why walking, a smooth walk, a brisk walk is better than jogging. Unless you're gonna jog for like small periods. That's what I do. I do that at the end of my walks. I do the jogging on the end, on the back end, not in the front. You know, I used to do it in the front and on the end, and then in between I do the walking. Then there was times when I do it like every other mile. I will like maybe jog a 1/4 mile and then stop and then walk. Or you get your jogging and crossing the street. You run across the street at the light. You know, because you don't want to do it long. You don't want to stress your body for like HIIT. HIIT is good for you. High intensity training. You know, you run hard for like maybe, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 yards. and then you stop and you rest. You walk back, get your little rest on, and then you do it again. Do it several times, and that's it. That workout's in. You're not burning a lot of calories doing that. See what I mean? But it's going to give you a good respiratory benefit because you're going to be breathing heavy. So the trick is you don't want to be breathing heavy the whole time. Like you don't want to be a fat person and you jogging on the fucking treadmill. Let's keep it real. You can't be a fat ass and trying to jog on the treadmill or jog out in the street. First of all, the weight is going to jar your bones and fuck your joints up. And then you just put more cortisol in your system because you're straining and you're stressing. Whenever you breathing like that, you ain't supposed to do that. You're not going to lose any weight doing that because you're stressing your body out. If you got a huff and puff, every time you huff and puff, it's like HIIT is like if you take your weights and you like take some dumbbells and you do like 10, 15, 20 reps, and you're going to put them down and you're going to be going, that's good enough. Then you wait of 30 seconds, a minute, or whatever, and then you do it again, right? And then you would put them down, you wait 30, then you do it again. You pull up your higher your heart rate by stressing yourself like that, but only do it for a little while. It's like when I go out on my walk run shits, right? I'm doing mostly walking. So say if I go out and do 10 miles, that's going to take me like 2.5 hours, maybe, an hour and 45. Okay, say 15 minutes a mile. Okay, so that means that's 4 miles an hour. 1 hour is 4 miles. 2 hours is 8 miles. 3 hours is 12 miles. Okay, I should do that. But then I started feeling myself really stressed. My feet used to hurt. Then that's when the blisters come on my feet and all that kind of shit. And my hips start hurting. Every time I get around that 10, go over like 10.5 miles, 11 miles. I could do 10.5 miles with these. I did 10.5 miles twice this week and did 9. Yesterday it rained, so I stayed in. I did calf raises and leg exercise, and I did full body workout. And then I put that on the calendar. I put W-O, that's workout, W/O workout, then I put hard. And then I could put, like if I work out light, sometimes I don't even count it. Or if I work out medium, I'll put M. Or I'll put H. W /O, and then under that, I put that in the calendar box. And then if I don't do anything that day, but maybe take care of business or whatever, I'll put a big X across it. This month, I got a little bit of rest. This month, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 days rest. But I still had to do some running around though. And what is the 20th, 21st? And I got 4 days rest, meaning that out of all those days, that's like once a week on the average. But then there's months I ain't getting no rest. Either I worked out or did my power walking, running, or both in one day. Then I start finding myself getting real sore and feeling like shit. So then I stopped doing that, like working out and then going out for cardio. I stopped doing that. I start feeling like shit. And right now, I'm too old. I'm up in age where I shouldn't be feeling like that. So that's just a warning to me, as far as I'm concerned. I've been an athlete and in athletics all of my life, and working out, lifting weights, and running, walking, jogging, calisthenics, and all that bullshit. Calisthenics, whatever. And I know better. So when I feel my knees maybe feel a little bit funny or sore, or my hips, I don't feel shit in my back. I used to feel like that some years back. There's a feeling in my back. Like I had pulled my back out in the gym, like, I don't know, like in 2000. We talking like 20 fucking years ago. Damn near. And fucked my back up doing rows. Sit down rows. Like a rowboat type of shit. With the weights. Pulling on the T-bar. And I didn't let the weights go, leaning forward, and I let the weights pull me instead of just dropping them. I didn't let them go. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking about. I had a brain fart. And then my shit snapped out. And I never felt so much pain. And I got on the floor flat. I know the first thing to do was to lay on the floor. Because I used to lay on the floor anyway sometimes. I'd be working out so hard. In the gym. And then when I be totally spent, I used to just lay on the floor, like flat, breathing hard as a motherfucker. And so I just pulled one of those moves. I didn't scream or yell or show any signs of weakness. I gotta flatten my back out. Something's fucked up. And then I laid flat. The usual thing. So there was just people just didn't. It was a usual thing. The guys working out, and I laid down, flattened my back out, and I felt it pop back in, pop. And I was like, damn, I got to get the fuck out of here. And then I got up, went to the locker room, got out of there, came home, and tried to run the shower on my back. That shit was fucked up. Like on the lower right hand side. And so what I did was I took the head of the shower off, disconnected the whole fucking nozzle so it could come out like hard and straight out of the pipe. And I hit that on my back. That hit my back. She was hitting hard. It gave me some relief, and I took some painkillers and, Tylenol, aspirin, whatever I had. And I was fucked up. And ever since then, I kind of like tweaked my back one time before pushing a car. But then after that, I was able to, my back used to always be stiff anyway. After that, I kind of like, now some of y'all out there got that stiff back. Your lower back is stiff. From whatever. From your posture, from whatever and whatever. Yeah, my back used to be stiff. But now I'm really flexible and stuff. I worked my back out and I did what I had to do. I got to sleep or sit in a fucked up position, in the fucked up position for like a long time, and then when I move, I could feel it like that. But as long as you keep your posture, you should be good. So like, nah, I don't feel nothing. And then the other side of my back started bothering me, the lower, like right across next to it. I think I might have had like a bulging disc or something back there. Then I was thinking all kind of shit. Am I going to have to get a back surgery? Am I going to get this? No, I'm fine. You just got to know you just got to study, read, go online, do whatever you got to, look at videos and get rid of it. And I took a ball, like a tennis ball. I was watching this chiropractor guy. He like to do this patients. He take a tennis ball and let them lay on the tennis ball, like where the pain is, and like push that shit back in. Like I guess the bulge, push it back in. So you roll on your back, you lay on your back, and you massage your back. I started doing shit like that. Then I just started massaging my whole spine like that. And for years now, I never started working out. Even when I gained crazy weight, I still never stopped working out. I just was strong as hell with the weight on because was pushing more because I had the weight. Like now, you can't even see that over there. I always do like, let's see, can you see that? You can't see nothing. I can't see shit. Do dumbbell curls, alternate curls, single curls, bent over rows, lat pulls, tricep dips, do calf raises. That's when you just go heel to toe, heel, heel to toe, you know. You tippy toe, you at the same, put your feet together and just tippy toe. Go up and tippy toes, go down, go up and tippy toes, go down, go up and tippy toes, go down, go up and tippy toes, go down. Raise your heels off the ground. Those are calf raises that make your calves strong and powerful, and it gives you lower quads, like above the knee. Get those strength. And so there's extensions, leg extensions, like from a sit down, like in the gym in the machines. Like you sit down, you put your leg and then you kick your legs out. You could just do that with your regular legs too, and just kick them out in front of you. You know, straighten them out, put them on the floor, straighten them out, and keep them off the floor. And tuck your stomach in, and just kick them out. Y'all can't see shit. It's too dark in here. And yeah, that's all I'll be fucking doing. I do my eBay stuff. I do my eBay shopping, looking for shit to resell, and doing my own auctions, and then buying from auctions and selling shit. I usually buy shit from auctions and for cheap, and I put them up on auctions. I've been doing that shit for pushing 16 years, from 2004 out of 2 accounts. I do that every fucking day. I watch videos, I fucking run, I fucking walk, I fucking work out here in the apartment. I go to the fucking gym where they got the Smith machine, do the bench presses. They got the leg extension machine. I do it on the front, leg extensions in the front, and then I lay on my stomach and I do for my hamstrings in the back of my legs, back of my thighs, and I do shrugs here. I do fucking regular bicep curls, hammer curls. I do the dumbbell overhead tricep presses. With a heavy ass dumbbell. I can't do any more overhead military presses with a bar, like straight across, because it hurts one of my shoulders. So with the dumbbells, I could do them, because with the dumbbells, you're more flexible with them. You could bend them certain ways. You could flex different ways, instead of just being like straight on the fixed bar. I really don't do that many. I don't do squats. Very seldom I do squats. That puts pressure on your knees. You don't want that. So there's other ways of building up your thighs, like the walking, the running, the calf raises, the leg extensions. And then you gotta stretch. That makes you loose. Oh, that looks weird. That looks neat. The screensaver. That'd be slick for videos. Put the screensaver in as the background as I talk. That's cool. We use different screensavers. I never thought of that. Use the screensaver for the background. Let's see. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I want to try to get some land. I got a plan. I can't. I thought about so many different things because you always got to plan ahead. You're not promised tomorrow, but you still got to plan ahead. I could get government housing. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. I can get government housing anywhere after my retirement money start coming because retirement money is definite money. But what I want to do is try to get somewhere first. Then if I could sit down with somebody and show them my age and what I got coming, because they know that's permanent money until you fucking die. And then that's a little more solid. That's like having a job. That's like fixed income. You see? I'm not getting disability, so my fixed income would be Social Security. Because I have my own retirement. I have my own retirement account of my own that I saved on my own. My savings is my retirement and my couple of little investments I have going. So I have my Social Security and retirement. But basically, now all I'm doing is buffering my retirement, offsetting it by doing my eBay stuff. So basically all that's doing is keeping me like in front of the 8 ball. That's all eBay's doing for me, keeping me in front of the 8 ball. That's it. It's keeping me ahead of the game. So I gotta keep flipping items and flipping stuff. Then if the tax man want to fuck with me, I just say, look at my PayPal's my record keeping, because all the transactions takes place through the PayPal. So if they want to match my transactions with what they do, they send me a 1099 and shows how many transactions I made out of my PayPal account. Even though I have 2 separate accounts, 2 separate eBay accounts, they'll still look at my PayPal account because all the transactions go through there. But you can't have more than 2 PayPal accounts. So all the transactions go through there. Any kind of business I would, I run, that would go through there. It goes through the same account. Then they got all these different fucked up rules. Now they charging taxes. So even if I buy something now on eBay, I win an auction, they're going to tax the auction. They're going to tax me. eBay gets 10%. PayPal gets like 3%. So they taxing across the board. They're making it really bad. Because they're trying to get people to, register, with the tax man, with the IRS, the state, and the IRS, to have so they can tax you every quarter. So they want to try to look in your books every quarter. That type of shit. And then to buy tax-free items, you got to have a certificate. You got to have a reseller certificate. Therefore, when you buy stuff, you give them your license. It's a certificate actually. It's like a license. It's a permit actually. You show them your permit, they can't charge you taxes when you buy wholesale. They won't charge you taxes, but when you sell your shit, they're gonna charge you taxes. When you go to sell your shit, they're gonna charge you taxes. See what I mean? So people are still getting away without all of that quarterly shit. I always done that. I always go by the yearly thing. Then you make so many write-offs that they ain't even gonna fuck with you unless you pay a little bit of tax. They just trying their hardest to lock your ass down, but you ain't gonna make nothing, which is sad. So that means that you gotta put more. You gotta output more. Your output has to be higher for you to profit. and for you to cover your ass. As long as you cover your ass, they can't fuck with you. You can't cover your ass, they're gonna send you a bill. Your ass will be in court. That's why I just want to get somewhere. When my Social Security comes, I just want to get somewhere, have some land where all I got to pay is taxes on the land, some nice land, but cheap taxes in a place where there's a cheap, like in Florida, the land is cheap. Because you got hurricanes going through there, you got flood shit and all different types of shit happening throughout the whole country. So it's like in New York, the building there, they want like $400 and something every, they want $100 a month. No, I take that back. They want $400 and something every 3 months, every quarter. They want like $450, $400 and something like that. That shit crazy. You know, that's really fucking crazy. They want like damn near like $2,000 a year or some shit. Just for taxes for the property taxes. Then you gotta have insurance, right? And then if you're paying primary mortgage insurance, they want that. That's another couple of $100. Then the water bill's like $4,000 or some shit. I don't know. You get a meter or you pay a flat rate. This could be like a few $1,000s a year. I'm talking about thousands for water. You kidding me? So people be thinking, you see these people with these houses and all this and that, whatever. They ain't making no fucking money. The only money they getting, that's if the market is good, is in the equity of the property. You know, and if you're in an area where your property is gaining value, you could be in an area where your fucking equity is dropping, you're losing value because the crime is high. You know, it just depreciates. You know, the house is falling apart. It's really the land that they're worrying about. They don't give a fuck about really what you do on top. The bank does, but the government really don't give a fuck. The government's in it for the land. The bank is in it for the fucking property, the house. Because the government's going to tax their land. And the bankers is just private people like me and you. Just people that rule over others using money as a commodity. So that's enough. So if you fix your house up, whatever, yeah, the bank looks at it, it appreciates. But if the area, meaning the land that the properties, your neighbor's properties sitting on, if all of those if they turn into like a drug-ridden area, whatever area, a lot of killings and crime, high crime, and people don't want to live there. Property value drops. So you may buy a house for, say, $300,000. That shit could drop over fucking night. Or say if the banking shit goes fucked up and the banking cartel decides, you know what we're gonna do? We the ones who sell the money. We just gonna make the interest higher. They can higher the interest or lower the interest. Make it really fucked up for you. You know, then depending if you got a fixed loan or a variable loan. You know, they could trick you any kind of way. So, same if you move to a condo. They could have some HOAs, home owners associations there. They could do it. That's what you're really paying for. That's what you're really paying for. You got to pay taxes on the condo, and then you got to pay the homeowners association. But you're coming in there on the buying. You can't get no real. You can get a loan on a condo, but usually they don't really try to do that. They're gonna give you a hard time. So basically, you're going in there buying the apartment. The condo's nothing but an apartment, or a townhouse is a 2-floor apartment, whatever. You're going in there buying an apartment. A townhouse is a 2-floor apartment. An apartment with some stairs. Upstairs, just a couple of bedrooms and a bathroom, whatever the fuck is up there. On the main floor, it depends. It could be like a living room, a kitchen and a dining room, whatever, hallway up. It could be a bathroom down there. And then you got upstairs. It's usually bedrooms and a bathroom. That's what's upstairs. You may have a patio, balcony, whatever the fuck, whatever. Or a condo is nothing but a fucking apartment that you buy all at one time, but you got to keep up with the bills with the homeowners association. So you could get into a condo and they get your ass in there, and then next thing you know, they raising the homeowner association fee. You got to pay your dues. You can't pay the dues, you got to go. Usually those dues are kind of high. It depends on where you move. When they could raise those dues, a new owner could come and buy the condo complex and just raise the fucking dues. The same like when you got manufactured homes or trailer parks. Manufactured home is not a trailer. A manufactured home is a manufactured home. That's made to be permanent. Then you got trailers. Then you could come in there and put it on some wheels and move it the fuck out of there. That's a trailer. You can move a manufactured home too, but that costs us like $15,000, I guess, or more. And they could raise the land taxes on you. Either like in those kind of places, you could rent the land and rent the manufactured home or trailer, or you could buy your own land and buy your own trailer, and you ain't got to pay. All you got to do is pay the taxes on the land every year. Or you could rent the land, rent the trailer, or you could buy the land and rent the trailer, or you could just rent both the land and the trailer or the manufactured home. So, because they got places where they got the land there and in the trailer park, or somebody owns the land and they say, yeah, well, if you want to build on there, the taxes are going to get higher because you're going to build on there. Or you could build on there, and then next they raise the taxes on you. So lands are tricky. I could go out right now. I could buy crazy fucking acres of land, but what I'm going to do on it? Hunt and fish? That's about the fuck all that's going to happen. Unless I could find something. Or if you buy some land, like say in